Hey everyone, Alessandra here with the fun fact for the day. I bet that you probably think that the majority of donations that are made to nonprofits come from companies or big entities, corporations. I used to think that, but the reality is that's not the case. In fact, the majority of the donations, about 85% or so in there, come from individuals like you and me, which means that those of us that are in the corporate sector, working in the corporate sector, or that own businesses, or are entrepreneurs that are about to start businesses, need to understand something. We are sidelined right now, and we need to get off the sidelines. Companies need to step up and do more to help the community. Just think about this. In the US alone, there are tens of millions of companies out there, probably in the 20 million, maybe more, 30 million range. And if every one of those companies were to do something, imagine the social impact that we could create in the world. Imagine, and you don't even have to go far, in our own communities, in our own backyards. There's a number of environmental, social, and economic issues that all of our communities are facing. And businesses and companies have the power to really make some social change happen because we have access to far greater resources than any individual has. We have the people power, the money power, the donations, the charitable giving insofar as grants that we can make, products that we can donate. There are so many things that we can do. No act of giving is too small. There's no wrong way to give, and we all have to start somewhere. It's action that brings about change. And if you want to make change, you have to do more than just think about it and wish for it to happen. So your first action is to buy $1 million in change, because there's plenty of information there that is very helpful to start a corporate social responsibility program or a charitable giving program. And there's a difference between the two, so you have to read the book to find out what the difference is. But whatever type of program that you are thinking of starting or implementing to get your company more involved in supporting your community, there's information in the book. There are plenty of case studies that help you to see and put it in a reality context. It shows you what CSR looks like in the wild, as I like to call it, in real life. And so lots of examples to draw on. But the main message here is that companies need to really start acting. If every company, if everyone were to start doing something, we could really truly create change, and we could work together across industries, across sectors, putting our minds together to help resolve some of these issues that are out there that are really impacting so many people. Hunger, homelessness, the veterans issue, helping our veterans, our men and women who are coming back from serving our country and transitioning, helping them with their transition. There are so many things that we can do. And I'll give you an example before we go. Just the other day, I met with a nonprofit who came to request some funding for the coming year. They have a capital campaign. They're growing their nonprofit to serve more people in the community, and they're actually moving into a new facility, which is a wonderful thing. And as part of the proposal, they happen to be talking about the timeline, which is very short. They have to move into their facility fairly soon. And one of the things that they were talking about was how they need to really move on painting and fixing up the building. There's new construction going on and helping to beautify the grounds, refurbishing. There's a lot of planting and landscaping that needs to be done, furniture that needs to be assembled, some things that they need insofar as purchasing new furniture, etc. And as they were talking, I politely interrupted and said, well, we have people that we can have come over and volunteer if you need help with painting and planting, and I'm sure we could get a bunch of people to come over. And if I tell you the look on the executive director's face when I said that, her jaw dropped. And she said to me, "Are you serious? Like, you really have people that can come and help us?" And I said, "Sure, we have volunteers. We'll send as many people as you need. You need 10, 15, 20, 100, we'll send them over." And she said to me, I'm not being dramatic and I don't want to exaggerate here. She said, "But you have no idea how much this means to me and how much this is going to help us. First of all, from saving money, because we would have had to go out and hire painters and hire landscapers to plant all this stuff for us and get people, because she said, I have a small staff and there's no way I have enough people to even think about painting ourselves or putting furniture together. And so just that alone is going to help them tremendously. And so that's what we talk about. When we say $1 million change, that's what we mean. That act of volunteerism, our people going over there and helping to volunteer and doing these different tasks, are going to allow them to get their grand opening, meet their grand opening time on time, move into the facility and get things done faster, and focus their resources and their staff on what's important, which is serving the people in the community. And, you know, we'll take care of all the other stuff, which is getting the place up and running as far as painting and whatnot. So that's what we talk about when we say $1 million change. It's making a big impact without having to spend a lot of money to do that. And so a simple act like volunteerism is going a long way. And it's just one example. So there's a lot that companies can do. And again, no act of giving is too small. There's no wrong way to give. So let's get together. Let's start making that positive change happen. It all starts with us, okay? So go buy the book. And then if you need to contact me, if you'd like to contact me, I'm always available to answer questions. My contact information is here in the comments of this video, and you can purchase the book. Also, you can look in the comments, but you can order it on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. So until next time, my change agents, let's get out there and make some positive change happen.